you're going to try to represent points on a graph that are going to be radius going up on the y and then arc lengths going in the x direction. So let's kind of review a couple things. If we drew a little unit circle here, this is arc length 0. What's the coordinate at that point? 1, 0, right? That's at 0. At pi over 2, what is the coordinate? 0, 1. Excellent. Then we go to pi. What's the coordinate? Negative 1, 0. And then down here, it'll be 3 pi over 2. That's going to be 0, negative 1. So that's going to help me a little bit. So we're going to look at sine, and you take your fingers. Everybody go with me here. Your left hand is going to be this one, and you're going to go around in a circle like this. Everybody do it with me. And then in the right hand, as this one goes up, your right hand goes up. And see if you can make a nice straight line. It's actually very hard to do. You have to be very disciplined. That straight up and down is my sine. Okay, let's see who can do it the closest. Go ahead, just try it. I want to see who's the closest. Pretty good. I want that y to go straight up and down as this one goes up. Go straight up and down. Some of you are so coordinated. That's pretty close. Doing this, this isn't what you want to do. Okay, good. But think about what's happening is, oh, do you want to see how I like to cheat? Here's how I like to cheat. So when I'm going around like this, I just go like this. Why is that cheating? Because this guide makes it a lot easier to go straight up and down. It's hard in the free air as you're going around like this to go perfectly straight up and down. It's very hard to do. So if I take the sine of 0, that's xy, what's sine, the x or the y? The y, right? So at 0, what's the sine? 0. So would you make a point there, please, on your graph, your sine x graph? X is the arc length, y is the vertical y value. All right, then when I get all the way up to pi over 2, what's the cosine, or the sine? How high do we go? Up to 1. So at pi over 2, it's at its highest point. Then where does it go when you come down to pi? 0. And then it's going to go down to negative 1, and then back up to 2 pi. So if we sketch it, looks something like that. There's your sine curve. Is that really what it looks like? Well, take just your right hand and go up and down like this. Everybody do that? And now start moving to the right. Can you see that perfect sine curve coming out? This is not a semicircle. It's not even a parabola. It's something completely different. And it comes from the points on the circle. What part of the points as we go along here? X or Y's? Y's. For sine X, it's Y. Yep. Good. You okay with that? So it starts at 0. Sine of 0 is 0. Everybody take your palm. Sine of 0 is 0. This is how we're going to remember it. Jessica, you can't do this. You hurt your hand. Okay, next one. Now we're going to go down here. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the cosine. Now, why did I do it like this? Well, because the cosine is the x. So if see if you can do that. Here's your, I'll switch arms and maybe do this. Start here with your right hand out here, and then you're going to do the cosine. So as this goes around, it goes like this. Or if you want to do it this way, you can do it this way too. Back, in, forth. Back. It's easier if I cheat this way. See here, it starts over here, comes back, goes over here, back. There we go. By the way, this kind of motion is exactly what a piston in an engine does. The wheel goes around, the transmission what do you call the rotor goes around in a circle, and it translates it into up and down or in and out. So it's pretty cool. So now the cosine of 0, what can you say about the cosine of 0? What's it equal to? It's 1. So take your palm. Cosine of 0 is up here. 1 out here. And then when we go to pi over 2, it goes back to 0. And then at pi, it goes down to -1. And then back at 3 pi over 2, it goes back to 0. And then at 2 pi, it's back up to 1. So here is my curve like this. If I were to draw it on this graph, it starts up here, comes down here, goes bottoms out at pi, comes back up here, and ends up like that. And that's the cosine graph. Cosine theta. I'm going to leave it cosine theta, and then I'll change this to sine theta. How are we doing? Seem okay? Do you like little connections? Watch this. This is going to blow your mind just a little bit. Here's your x squared. Y equal to x squared. What does y equal to x minus 2 squared look like? What does it look like? Just shift it over 2, right? 2 which way, left or right? To the right. Okay. All right. So look at this. Here is this red one is the cosine. Okay. The blue one is the sine. So what do I do to the sine? Or what do I do to the cosine to get the sine? What do I do to the cosine to get this one over here? Which way do I shift it? To the right, so it's going to be theta minus, and how far do I move it to the right? Oh, pi over 2. So if you take the cosine, move it to the right pi over 2, you get... Remember? We've done this 3 times now. We did it with the points, when we switched the points around, and we also did this with the cocosine, that the cosine of theta minus pi over 2 is equal to the sine. Remember that? And if you moved it the other way, like let's say you took the sine and moved it this way, you get the cosine. You go the sine of, the sine of pi over 2 plus theta is going to get you the cosine. So that's pretty cool. I just wanted to show you that. So that's the sine and the cosine. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to graph them all together. So go to the next slide, and now we're going to do this kind of the way you're going to sketch all your graphs. I'm going to stop this for now, though.